So let us continue with our lesson, and now we have implemented the get task by a particular ID. So we are passing the max ID and we are getting the list of the tasks that returns from our API. So we have implemented this functionality, and we'll go to the home view model over here, and now we will get max ID from the DB. And after we get the max ID from the DB, then now we can go and get the tax by the max ID. So that will implement this function, and which will go and get the all of the tax list from our API and insert it locally, and then we are going to get it from the DB, and that we have a function over here, and that will populate the particular of the list that we get from this our local DB. So I think it's time to run our function and application and test it out. So I will run the application, and let's see that whether we are able to populate our all of the tasks that we get from the server as well as from our local DB. The installation has been done. Let me open the application, and now okay, it's crashing, so we need to fix that one, right? So over here is invoke the set value on the background thread. So this is that one. So that should be over here. Okay, so I will say that this is the post value because we are accessing that in the background thread. So we will update this one. Okay, then we will go anywhere we are using anything. That's okay. So let's run it again. Let's run it, and let me open up the Illuminator. Okay, we are okay. So again it crashed. So let me see where is the crash again. Over here. So what it says that is the evoke suspend function. So Kotlin null pointer exception. So here it says the null pointer exception. This is because what we have done over here is that we have a post value, and to update using the post value, it will take some time because sometimes it may take a bit longer time to update it from the background thread to the particular value. So that's why sometimes we will get a null value over here. In order to overcome that one, we can run this one particularly in the main thread, right? And I can just change this one to main over here, sorry, dot main. So main Kotlin dispatcher, and let me try to run it again. And I think before we run it, I will change this one to the value should be of equals to, okay, so I'll just assign that one, and let me run it again. So that should fix somewhat issue, or else we can also, if you want to run in the background, we can put some delay over here, or else we can also observe this particular value in our home fragment. So let's change it to dispatcher.main first, and let us see how it works. If we go to the application, okay, so we can see now we have get all of the record from our server, and we have inserted it to our local DB, as well as we have got it from our DB. But if you notice that if we go over here, and the particular last record is this one, and this is 4894 something, and if you go to the application, that is in the last, but we don't want this one to be last because we want to sort it out by the we want to show this last record on the first. So currently is this one, so which was created first, and we are getting it as a first record, but we want to get the last record, which was this one, to be added over here in the top. So let's go and change our query for that one, and let me go to this particular query, so DAO query, and I will say that select everything from the tax entity, and I will say order by, so order order by, and it should be of the tax ID, so we want to order it by the tax ID, and in the ascending or the descending, so DESC will give us in the descending order, because if you notice from the API we are getting in the ascending order. So when we insert it, when we insert it to our local DB, that will match our particular the ID row ID with the tax ID that we are getting from the server. So we are trying to match our database ID as well as the tax ID that we're getting from the server over here. That's why we are inserting it in the ascending order. But when we want to get back from the DB, we want to get it in the descending order to show the last record at the first time. So let me run this application, and that should fix our issue, that with particularly this one, the ascending order or the descending order of our tasks. Okay, so now you can see that we have particularly got it from our DB, the last record, to show in our first list over here. And let us try to add the tags. So let me go over here and tags from test DB. So I say tags from the test DB header, and over here this was added after loan DB. Okay, so and I'll say as let's say started, just send it out to our server. So tags added successfully. And now currently let's get it from the server, so you can see that tags from the DB, and this has been inserted into the we get it in the first of our list over here. So it's working as expected, and I think that's great. And all the things is that we need to implement the edit function, so that should edit both in our local as well as in our remote server. So we will do it in the coming lecture. So for now it's working, and if you still have facing some error or anything you are facing, do let me know. So we'll continue with our lesson on the next video. Till then, have a great day.